afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. A warm welcome to the EVES auction room here this afternoon. My name is Grant Child. My role is to simply facilitate proceedings here, and of course I coattail the outstanding work of our marketing consultants throughout the marketing period, which you will all be familiar with. Robin will look out for the technology in the auction room, and I'll take the opportunity to introduce what I call my negotiation team. I've got the two Craigs, Karen and Gordon, on hand here today. Here today, buyers, if your bids don't take me to the owner's reserve price, I'll simply pause the auction. One of the team will step in. We'll give you the opportunity to continue discussions with our sellers and see if we can't reach agreement here today. In the meantime, I'll press on with the next property so we're not holding anybody up. If you reach agreement, it will come back to me. The property will be then put to the floor and sold to the highest bidder. But if we don't reach agreement, folks, be very clear. If I formally close the auction, anybody can come forward with an offer, and that does include conditional buyers afterwards. So give it your best shot whilst you're in that position of cash here today, and of course we wish you the best in your endeavours. Just quickly running through the documentation, you've had the opportunity, you've been provided with the buyers and sellers guide. That's been out there in the real estate market for some 12 years now. They are available on the stand outside of the auction room, and you bid on the basis that we have provided you that document. However, the most important document to you is, of course, the contract of sale, being circulated in draft form. Again, finalised copies available in the stand as you come into the reception area out there as well. So, through that circulation, folks, by way of any bidding today, I'm going to assume that you've read, understood, accept that contract that we worked to. Highlighted on the screen is this area of the contract which relates to the conduct of auction. And I assume that you've all read that. I'm not going to go through it in its entirety. A couple of pertinent points that I just remind you of is if you are the successful purchaser here today on the fall of the hammer, you are required to, of course, sign the contract and part with a little bit of your hard-earned cash, and of course that is just 10% of the purchase price, and that forms the deposit. The balance is payable on settlement date. I'll confirm the settlement date of each property as we work our way through. The only other thing I just want to remind you folks and that is vendor bidding. As the auctioneer, I'm the only one today that's authorised to submit bids on behalf of our vendors. I will disclose all vendor bids, and I will only use a vendor bid if I've got one person that's participating in the auction and I'm too far away from the owner's expectations and their reserve price. So I'm not working against you, I'm not bidding against you, I'm working with you in order to get you to that negotiating platform where I will pause the auction, which will be below, well south of the vendor's reserve price, and give you that opportunity to keep discussing. Again, only use it if there's only one person bidding, and I will disclose all vendor bids to you. So at this juncture, I'm happy to answer any questions that you might have, and of course take the opportunity to welcome our viewers by watching via the live stream as well. No questions? Okay, excellent. We'll move straight into it then. 28 Tarn Close was scheduled to be auctioned today, folks, and marketed by Julie and Lindsay Parkinson from our Bethlehem office. Those vendors were presented with an offer prior to auction day which was acceptable to them, and they chose to accept their offer and move to the next chapter of their lives. So congratulations to those buyers and sellers of Tarn Close, which takes us straight to property number one for today, 905 Oratory Road. Owen Phelps, Kristen Graf-Gate from our Gate Power office been presenting this property. Obviously a delightful rural residential property situated in that very, very popular Oratory location, and of course just down the road from the popular Oratory school as well. When we look at the legal aspects of the property, it's described as a freehold estate of 9,831 square metres of freehold land is what's available here for you at 905 Oratory Road, all described in record of title 525305. Just a quick reminder, the central VAC system is as is, whereas it does stay, but there are no warranties relating to the central VAC system. 15th of March 2022 is our settlement date, or such other date is mutually agreed between both parties. Channels list you see it up there on the screen. That's been transferred straight from the draft contract that's been circulated. Kristen, no other changes there? No bother asking up because you do all the work on that. No changes there. So there you go, folks. That ticks off all the legal aspects of it. And what you're purchasing here is obviously an extensive home that offers very comfortable living and a recently completed double glazing aluminium joinery installed for your comfort as well. The spacious dual living areas that link easily with the outdoor living areas. You've got that large rumpus room come utility room there that offers extra living options should you require that as well. But the most important part, approximately a hectare of land that plays host to all sorts of fruit trees in there that keeps your fruit bowl full all summer long, and of course it offers the potential for maybe a tennis court or a swimming pool if you so desire. So Here's your opportunity today, guys, in your hands. Where would you like to start your way for 905 Oratory Road?
1.6.
1.6, we're underway at $1,600,000. Appreciate the start there, sir, and a fair and reasonable start as well. At $1,600,000, happy to travel in quarters from here. Who happy to take 25 on top? $1,600,000 to start down here, chasing down 25 now. Who goes 1625? First call now, second time. Third, last opportunity for you to join us. Are we in or out? Happy to work alongside you then, sir. 1625 with me. Bend or bid, be clear at $1,625,000. 650, can I say for you? On the nod at 650. Appreciate you working with me, sir. Here to help you. At $1,650,000, who makes it 6 3/4? Here's your chance now, folks. First call now at 1650 000. Second time. Third, last chance for you to join us, say in or out. Going to go once more on behalf of the seller then, sir. 1675. Bend or bid, maybe 17, can I say for you? 17 it is now. $1,700,000. Here it is on the left-hand side. Just the one bidder in it this time, at this point in time, folks. No registered phone bidders on this one. Call it 3 times. If I don't get any advance from the floor, we'll pause and continue discussions with the gentleman down here. First call now, $1,700,000. Are we in or out? Second time. Third. Last chance, in or out? Gordon bids down here with our starter at $1,700,000. Can you see if you can assist them, please? Right, we'll stay out sort of in the semi-country area, but this time we trek a little bit towards the north now to 1 Durham Street in Waihi. Of course, Brock Edwards from our Waihi office presenting this property to the market there, positioned very nicely on the outskirts of Waihi, which is my reasoning for mentioning that little bit of a country environment. You've got stunning gardens, plenty of room for the kids to kick a ball and of course explore the tree house as well. So a great family option here, folks, in this property at number 1 Durham Street, freehold estate. It's described there, the record of the title essay 6A folio 494. 2023 square metres of land, more or less, is what's on offer here. 20 working days from today's date. It's your settlement date or such other date as mutually agreed between both parties. Or any changes to the channels list that you've had circulated out there, so all that's circulated in the draft form. Just a quick reminder, folks, as standard with the Waihi properties there, you've got that Waihi gold mine clause in the contract, just guiding you on where to go if you've got any concerns about the Waihi gold mine. Clause 24, purchasers acknowledge that the wood burner in the property is not working. So no warranties with that, and the purchasers acknowledge under clause 25 that the coal range or wetback system on the property is not connected and not working, but those particular items they do stay. So a great option here for you for a wonderful property there, displaying the beautiful characteristics of way back in 1910, I think you were saying, Brooke, when we were chatting the other day. So have a look at that beautiful native timber right throughout the home there. Really nostalgic home is what's on offer here. You've got the open plan, living, dining and kitchen all ready for you for some wonderful entertaining situations, relaxing with family in the evenings. Well, it's all on offer here at number 1 Durham Street. Certainly a lovely place to call home, approximately 3-minute drive to town there. You've got schools and only, I think it's a Brook, I mean you live up there, about 15 minutes to Waihi Beach from this property, so a great option here for you folks. Now, Brook, we've just had a chat earlier. I understand you've got a couple of people seriously interested in the property, somebody still to arrange a bit of finance, and somebody that they've got a property that's going under tomorrow, I think you said. So there you go, folks. We do have interest in the property. I put it to the floor for you for cash here. Who'd like to start me away? Otherwise, I simply close the option. We keep working with those buyers, not quite in a position where they've got their ducks entirely lined up just yet. First call now for an opening bid. Entirely up to you. No phone bidders registered for this one either. Second call. Third. Last opportunity for cash interest. Obviously none here today now, Brooks, so I'll close the option and hand it back to you. Those two buyers are going to be delighted to hear from you, and I'm sure you're going to send me a text message by end of play tomorrow telling me you've got the property under contract. Well done. You've got your good work. Well, moving along to our third property event in our 1 o'clock session today, folks. Number 72 Epon Street. Mentioned Diane Davidson be marketing this property. There's Diane coming up the front now, doing a great job out there, girls. Mostly untouched, this property since way back there in the 1980s, and absolutely right for a full renovation, or basically remove it from the site there and just simply let your imagination absolutely run wild. Looking at the legal aspects of it, it's a freehold estate, 723 square metres of good old Kiwi terra firma is what's on offer. Described in regular title essay 17D, folio 869. Actually, just advised me we've got a late registration on the property. We do have a telephone bidder registered for this property, bidding on the same basis as you do here in the auction room. Of course, that cash unconditional basis. 14 days from today's date, settlement date. No changes to the channels list as circulated there, other than the fact that the channels that stay as is, whereas no vendor warranties with them. In fact, there's no vendor warranties with the property in its entirety, all disclosed in clause 23. Parties acknowledging that the property is being sold on an as is, whereas basis, and the purchasers with this knowledge and is advised to take their own legal and technical advice and will have no claim against the vendor whatsoever. The provisions of clause 9, vendor warranties and undertakings, are hereby deleted from the contract. As I also mentioned, all channels are as is, whereas. Just providing clarity on the basis that you're bidding here for this property, folks. So the opportunity for you to step back a few decades in time there. You've got the funky doors, you've got the character throughout, but you can let your own imagination run wild with this property. Back to the outside though, you've got those wonderful rural views there, and the bonus of this property is it's got an absolute vast potential of the entire property inside and out, or development if you so wish. Your freehold large site where you can unfold your future, however, it does await you here today. Our job is to determine who the new owner is going to be. Where would you like to start me away on that one? It's going to be you, or is it going to be one of the phone bidders? Who'd like to start me away? Going to help you with this one? Leave it entirely up to you.
125.
$1,250,000.
No, 125.
Sorry?
Can you
turn the speaker off again?
Can you turn the speaker off, please? Because I'm getting feedback.
I can't hear it then.
Okay, well,
125.
$125,000.
Correct.
$125,000. Oh, well, we'll take the $125,000. I'll take you straight to $200 on behalf of the seller, and we'll travel in 50s from here. At $200,000 on behalf of the seller now, clear vendor bid at $200,000, chasing down a $50,000 rise. Here's your opportunity here today, buyers. Who takes me to $250 if you will? $250, thank you, sir. Appreciate you working with me there at $250,000 at the back of the room there. Do we say 3 with our phone bidder now? At $250,000, fairly bid in the back of the room there, seated. Right next to you there, Ken, at $250, chasing down a $50,000 rise. Are we in or out? First call now at $250,000. Second time. Third. Last opportunity, working alongside you happily, sir, on behalf of the seller now at $300,000 now. At $300,000, $350,000, straight back to you. On the phone, in the centre of the room there, at $350,000. At the back of the room there, gentlemen, certainly sees value at that sort of level. Not quite there yet. At $350,000, looking for a $400,000 bid now. First call now, are they in or out? Second time. Third. Last opportunity. 4 on behalf of the seller, sir, obliged to go at that sort of level. Take me to $450,000 with it. At $450,000 we go now. At $450,000, the opportunity is here to work with our sellers here today. At $450,000, maybe a quarter on top might just help them. Then take me to $475,000 if they will. First call now at $450,000, seated in the back row. Second time. Third. Last opportunity. If I don't hear back from our phone bidder, I'm simply going to pause the auction and we're going to continue. Yeah, I wouldn't be doing that in the auction room. We don't like blood on the floor in here. $450,000 third. Last opportunity for you to join us. Craig, bids at the back of the room there at $450,000. Can you see if you can help the gentleman, please? Alright, back we go to 905 Oratory Road, folks. We have a conclusion now. Sir, can you just confirm you've amended your bid to $1,760,000? At $1,760,000, Kristen, you've got our sellers on the phone here. What are my instructions from here? Selling away here at $1,760,000 for the want of a better bid. It goes to the floor now. First call now, $1,760,000. Perhaps a $5,000 rise to snatch the keys away. 760 with the million in front. First call now, second time, third. Last chance to have us up. It goes, it goes. Congratulations to our sellers watching by the live stream. Right, moving on to our last property for our 1 o'clock session, folks. We've got plenty more on offer for the rest of the afternoon. 54B Marine Parade Cat came from our Mount Maunganui office, been presenting this property. It's been beautifully renovated, and of course you will have witnessed it when you viewed it. You've got a 2-bedroom abode on Marine Parade. They call it the the Golden Mile. This particular location out here being Marine Parade. Looking at the legal aspects of it, it is a cross lease freehold, all described in record of title lease A 23A folio 266. Now, the washing machine has been removed from the chapels. It was originally in there. That has been removed. 15 working days from today's date, or such other date as mutually agreed between both parties, is your settlement date. Pat, any other changes to the chapels list at all? No other changes there. I do remind you, folks, there is a very comprehensive purchasers consent form. When I say comprehensive, you are bidding today on the basis that you have been provided this document. If you haven't already signed it, you are bidding on the basis that you will sign it at the same time as you sign the contract. I can't be any clearer than that. There's a lot of disclosures in here. It's all been circulated and provided for you. If you haven't cited it, then I would suggest that you ask to do so prior to your bidding here today. I reinforce that you are bidding on the basis that you will sign that purchaser's consent form, acknowledging all those disclosures at the same time as you sign the contract, should you be successful. Back to the property itself we go. You've got the stone and natural wood features, you've got the modern kitchen and bathroom for your comforts in here, Marine Parade there. Then look at the outside, you've got that large sunny deck there where you can just sit back, relax and listen to the ocean while lounging in the sun. So certainly a superb opportunity here for you in a prime location. You've got pedestrian access to the beach. It is definitely a Marine Parade, particularly 54B down close to the mount there. A top mount location, nice and handy to all the local eateries, the mount and of course the mount village as well. So if you like a bit of exercise, folks, then just down the road there you've got Mount Maunganui for around, up, down, do whatever you like. And of course you've got the surf there just across the road. So in your hands, buyers, if you're looking for a start, so that's $1,550,000 to get you underway. We'll start at $1,550,000. Won't be taking anything less than that at this juncture, but it'll be a good point to start me away. 1.55 to start. We'll have a start at $1,550,000. First call for a start. Quickly now. Second call if you're here for this property. $1,550,000. My start down over here at $1,550,000. We're going $25,000 rises from here. At $1,550,000, there it is over here, with my startup on the left-hand side here, 1,550,000, chasing down the 25 rise, make it 1,5 3/4 if you will. First call now, 1,550,000. Second time, looking for that 25 rise. Third, last opportunity, 75 on behalf of the seller there now, vendor bid, 1,575 it is. 1,575, take me to 1,6 if you will there, sir. Don't have to wait for the 1, 2, 3, it's going to come anyway. First call now for an advance on 1,575, vendor bid be clear. Second time. Third, last opportunity at 1,6 we go. 1,600,000, pardon?
Yeah, the bid stands.
Beg your pardon?
My bid stands. That's my last bid.
1,6.
My last bid against you.
What, at 1,6?
What was it?
1.6?
Yeah.
Yeah, at 1.6. At 1.6, it's not against me, sir, it's with me. I'm here to help you, sir. At $1,600,000, needing another 25 rise to keep you going here. At $1,600,000 with my starter down here at 160,000. First call now, second time. Third, final opportunity, are you in or out? Obliged to go once more on behalf of the seller then at 1,625. $1,625,000 vendor bid be cleared. Make it 1,650, sir. At $1,625,000. So I have 650 for you. First call now, 1,625. Second time, are you in or out? Third, final chance for you. Take me to 1,650, 650 it is. $1,650,000 on the left-hand side at 1,650,000. First call now, 1,650,000 for you to join us. Otherwise, we pause. Continue discussions over here on the left-hand side. Second time at $1.65 million for Marine Parade. Third, final opportunity, A winner-outs. Great, bids over here, $1,650,000. Can you see if you can help them, please? Good afternoon to those of you that have just joined us, folks. My name is Grant Tribe. My role is simply facilitating proceedings here today. We've still got a couple of properties from our 1 o'clock session still in negotiation at this point in time, but once we reach agreement on that, we will go back to them and conclude proceedings with those two properties. In the meantime, we'll press on. Robin will look after all the technology in the auction room, and the reason that those two properties are being negotiated at the moment is because I've got my great team here, the two Craigs, Karen and Gordon. That's what they're here for today. If your bids don't take me to the owner's reserve price, we'll pause the auction. Negotiations will continue. We're here to try and help you buy the property. But be very clear, if we don't reach agreement today, folks, and I'll formally close the auction, anybody can come through with an offer, and that does include conditional buyers. So cash buyers, you get first crack here this afternoon. So let's turn our attention to the documentation. The buyers and sellers guide, well, that's been out there for a number of years now. They're available on the stand outside of the auction room, and of course you bid on the basis that we have provided you that document. So I take you straight now to the contract of sale being circulated in draft form. Finalised copies also available on the stand outside of the auction room. Just answer that man, it might be a phone bidder for the first property. Finalised copies in the stand out there in the auction, in the entrance to the auction room, folks. If there's been any amendments along the way, I'll alert you to that prior to your bidding today. So, by way of provision of that document, I'm going to assume that you've read, understood, and accept that contract, but I will revert back to very quickly the conduct of auction set out on the first page. That's what you see on the screen. Just a couple of important points that I remind you of. If you are successful at the fall of the hammer today, your obligations are prior to commencing any celebrations is of course to give us your autograph, sign the contract, and of course part with a little bit of your hard-earned cash. We only ask for 10% of the purchase price here today, folks. Balance is then payable on settlement date or transacted through your respective solicitors. So nothing too onerous there. Just parting with that 10% today. Now, if I've only got one person participating in the auction, folks, and I'm too far away from the seller's reserve price, then I will work alongside you to help you get to that negotiating platform, and I'll do that by what we call vendor bids. Nothing to be afraid of as far as vendor bids are concerned. I will disclose them all to you, so very transparent. I'm working alongside you, not against you, to get you to that negotiating platform. I'll be disclosing all vendor bids, and you can take it from me. They will be well south of the owner's reserve price. In fact, the owners through me to you are saying thanks but no thanks. If you wish to purchase our property, you will need to be above that level. So happy to answer any questions for you at this juncture, at the same time as I welcome our buyers that have joined us now for our 1:30 session via the live stream out there. Welcome along, folks. Interesting, as the auctioneer looks up at the camera and the screen, so does everybody in the ceiling, everybody else does as well. Don't worry about it, folks, the camera's not on you, it's only on me and the screen for transparency for our absentee buyers, sellers and spectators. No questions? Right, let's move straight into our 1:30 session, 9 here in present, marketed by Grace Anderson from our Caddy office. She's just making her way through the door here, doing a great job there in Caddy. This property here located just approximately a 3-minute walk from that wonderful mural town there of Caddy. You've got the school, public pools, sports grounds and shops, all nice and handy to home when you reside at 9 here in present. A freehold estate, 674 square metres of freehold land is what you buy here today, and we'll throw the house in for nothing. The record title SA 17A folio 126 confirms all those legal aspects of it. 7th of April 2022 is your settlement date for this property, or such other date as mutually agreed between both parties. Channels lists, any changes there, Grace? No changes there. Quick reminder, folks, purchaser's consent form, if you haven't already signed it, you are bidding on the basis that you will sign it at the time that you sign the contract, just confirming that the dishwasher will stay, but it is not a chattel and is not covered under the vendor warranties, and that you've been advised to seek legal or technical advice in regards to the garage, which was converted from a carport. So just making sure that you're aware of all that for transparency. A property that's got some great original 1980s features through it as well. Certainly warm and cosy with the wetback fire and that heat pump as well. Well, I'm not quite sure why they call them heat pumps, because you'd use the wetback fire in the winter to keep nice and warm, but the heat pump to actually keep you cool. I don't know. They should really call them in the summer a cool pump, shouldn't they? Okay, back to the property itself. Have a look at it on the screen there, folks. You've got that solid brick home of the 1980s. Beautiful sunny covered deck there overlooking the private garden. Certainly a comfortable lifestyle and a very, very handy location as I've already alluded to. So, in your hands, guys, where would you like to start your way for this one? Today, good. You don't have to hold your breath, folks, when not near calls for an opening bid. It has to be a genuine intent. But I'm going to leave it up to you to start this one. You set the benchmark. Where would you like to start your way? Looking for an opening bid. If I don't get an opening bid, I'm simply going to close the auction down. And I know Grace has got people working on this property outside of the auction room. So I need you to start your way. Where would you like it to be? You set the benchmark, and I'm happy to work alongside you from there. First call now for a start. Second time for an opening bid. Are you in or out? Third, final opportunity. Otherwise, I'm just going to simply close the auction down. Final call. No cash today. Grace, close the auction. Hand it back to you. A little bit more work to do, and I'm sure those people that you have been talking to outside of the auction arena will be very happy to talk to you afterwards.
Thank you, Graham.
You're welcome. All right, moving on to our second property for our 1:30 session, number 320 Lindemann Road. Now this property here, folks, just a little bit of a change to my preamble before. The auction for this property has been brought forward. The owner is in contract. I will disclose the level of that contract very shortly. Rather than put it up on the screen, this is not a bid, it is disclosing to you the level of the pre-auction contract. I will then invite any bids over that level to give you equal opportunity, which is why we brought the auction forward here. There will be no vendor bidding on this one, folks. There will be no vendor bidding. The property is here to be sold to the highest bidder. The one thing that I can guarantee you for this property here is you are in for one hell of an overhaul to your lifestyle when you reside here at 320 Lindemann Road. Durham Green from our Katikati office been presenting the property and certainly a delightful property to be presenting to the market indeed. We look at the legal aspects of it. It's a freehold estate, 7,985 square metres of land is what you purchase here for that wonderful lifestyle, all described in record of title 162503. 28th of March 2022, settlement date, and any changes to the channels listed roll? No changes there. Quick reminder, folks, of the additional clause in the contract being clause 23. It is acknowledged by the purchaser that the water supply to the property is controlled and managed by the Upper Tahawai Stream Water Cooperative. The purchaser has been provided with the information relating to the historical and current arrangements. Purchasers shall sign all documents required to enable the purchaser to become a member of the cooperative and be subject to any rules of the cooperative. I would suggest that you don't balk at that, because that's how you're going to get your water. We know we all need that. So just full disclosure on the requirements as far as the water supply to the property. Anything else we need to mention there? No other mentions at all. So have a look at this, folks, there. The opportunity to gaze across the sprawling manicured lawn there, then follow the horizon right out there across the Pacific Ocean, and you see Mere Island standing beautifully in the background as well. So that's what you get to enjoy when you're on the inside of the home. You also get to enjoy those stunning timber features throughout that certainly bring character and charm into life by day and by night. The perfect size for people wanting a rural property without all the hassle of maintenance and that normally occupies some of these rural plots. So as I said, you're in for one hell of a lifestyle overhaul, folks. The owners are in contract. That contract's been signed at $1,550,000. I'll take any advance on that to give you the opportunity to challenge for the keys on settlement day. 1550000, looking for any rise on that. Perhaps it would certainly justify a minimum of a $10,000 rise, but I'm happy to take less if you've got it there. 1550000, any advance on that? First call now. Second time, quickly, in or outs. Third, final opportunity to own 320 Lindemann Road is right here before your very eyes. Quickly. There will be no further bids. I now declare the property sold. Congratulations to our buyer. Congratulations, of course, to our sellers. Well, we're just going to slip back to our 1 o'clock session, folks. 72 Epon Street. Guy and soon be marketing the property. We left the auction room at $450,000. Sir, can you just confirm that you've amended your bid to $525,000? At $525,000, as you got our sellers on the phone, what are my instructions from here? Selling on the market at $525,000 here for the one on the better bid. Here's your chance now. A great opportunity, 72 Epon Street, absolutely filled to the brim with potential inside and out. What about our phone bidder? Have we got them back on the phone there, Ken? At $525,000 it goes. First call now, second time, third, Bassett putting a hand up high there. Is that a bid there, sir? Down here at $525,000, third, final chance it goes. Congratulations to our sellers. Pressing on, number 3 for our 1:30 session, 4 Hillcrest Road, Phil Richardson from our Cherrywood office, presenting this property. The exterior has been reclad, it's got a new roof, the double glazed joinery recently completed and all done by reputable builders, Asset Homes as well. Legal aspects of the property, a freehold estate, 327 square metres of land is all you have to look after here, certainly freeing up plenty of time to enjoy all the fun times in life instead of being tied to a section looking after it. All described in record title, let's say 64A folio 839. Just a few extra clauses I just need to make reference to, folks. Clause 23, the building works. I'm not going to go through that, but it's all been there right at the start, just disclosing that the vendors carry out renovations and the building consents there that the co-compliance certificate is still being worked on. Settlement date is the important part though. Clause 24, the settlement date shall be the latter of either 10 working days following today's date or following the date that the vendor solicitor notifies the purchaser solicitor of the issue of the co-compliance certificate, or 20 working days following the date of this agreement. Clause 25 relates to a sunset date if there are issues in getting the co-compliance certificate, so there's situations there that cover you there. And clause 26 just states that the deposit is to be paid by the purchaser and shall be held in the EVES Realty Limited trust account until the co-compliance certificate has been issued. So all those clauses put in there to protect you folks, all covering off the wonderful renovation that's been done for this property. Any changes to the channels list, Phil? No changes there. You've got striking inner harbour views. These are striking not only by day but by night as well. Imagine the full moon shining across the inner harbour there, the twinkling lights there of the city coming into life there on the other side. Absolutely superb indeed. The home itself absolutely presented like it's pretty much like a brand new home, this one, isn't it? The work that's been done on it, absolutely superb. An opportunity to just move in, unpack and get instant enjoyment out of this property at 4 Hillcrest Road. Prime central automotive location, you've got reputable schooling of all levels, not too far away. Just up the road you've got the shops on the corner there, and of course if you get a little bit, if you overindulge at night, then just up on the far corner there you've got the church to repent as well. So an opportunity for you here, number 4 Hillcrest Road, folks. In your hands, where would you like to set the bidding alight here?
$1 million.
$1 million? $1 million at the back of the room there. $1 million, a little bit optimistic at $1 million, but that's okay. We're underway at $1 million and we'll go $50,000 rises from there. $1,050,000 we go now. 1.1 straight back, 150 we say 150 and 1.2. 1.2 it is, 1.25 now, 250 here, 1.3. 1.3 on the back wall there, 1.3 making it 50 on top there, shaking your head the wrong way, man. Has to be north to south, chin to chest. What about a 25 to put you back in front? 1.3 it is on the back wall with our starter there. At 1.3, 25 can we save there for you? What about a 20 then?
About 5.
Shall we split the difference? Look, I'm feeling in a really good mood. I'll take 10. 10? 1,310 it is there, 1,310,000. Treat you the same there, ma'am, at 320 now. 10s didn't quite work. You might like to step it up, but I'm more than happy to take that 10 again. At $1,320,000 on the back wall with our starter there, well, you're going that east to west again. It's got to be north to south, ma'am. You can't buy a property at auction going east to west. $1,320,000 on the back wall now for the one of a better bid, taking a $10,000 rise, put you back in front, are you absolutely 100% sure? Have I got your best there, ma'am? Otherwise we pause and talk with the lady on the back wall. First call now, A winner out. Second time, third, last chance. Bids at the back of the room there, Gordy, with our starter bidder at $1,320,000. Can we see if we can assist the lady, please? Right, moving straight on, folks, for our fourth property for our 130 session here today, 12 by 100 Millers Road. Kelly X will be joining forces with Fran Harmon. Kelly works out of our Cherrywood office. Fran over there in Papamaya, so doing a great collective job here. Certainly an attractive brick and tile property here in a gated community at 12 by 100 Millers Road. Nice and safe and secure there, and certainly a very well structured and managed body corporate with this one as well. So, we get to see the odd messy ones around, but this is very well structured and well managed as well. It is a stratum and freehold, folks. There was some documentation originally circulated stipulating on the front page that this is a stratum leasehold. It is not. It's very clear. The contract has been amended. It is a stratum and freehold, which is a better class of ownership, I can assure you of that. All described in Record of Title 207916, and being a stratum and freehold, you are bidding on the basis we've provided you with a pre-contract disclosure statement in accordance with Section 146 of the Unit Titles Act 2010. 15 working days from today's date, still our settlement date, but flexibility around that as well. Channels list remains unchanged to the draft that you've had circulated. Of course, back to the property itself, you've got the new carpet in 2021, you've got the new blinds and the new drapes that just add to the quality of your lifestyle. The wonderful large living room windows that provide an eerie feeling in the outlook out there to the urban hillside as well. Kitchen and living areas on the northern side of the home, that provides absolute maximum sunlight for you throughout the home. It's located nice and close to everything there. Bethlehem Town Centre not too far away, a cafe just across the road there. You've got parks, reserves, walkways, cycleways, and of course the Brookfield shops in the opposite direction as well. All a handy location to your new property at 12 bar 100 Millers Road. Who's it going to be? And where would you like to start bidding away? Who's going to be the new owner? Suggest a 750 start for this one. It'll be fair and reasonable start. Fair and reasonable to get us underway. 750 get us started. Surely I would have seen Mexico, thought I would have seen the Mexican wave at that level. First call now for a start. Okay, I'll get it underway for you at $750,000. Take $20,000 rises from here for you at $750. Looking for $770 now. Just started the bidding there on a vendor bid, folks. Be very clear. I've started the bidding to give you the opportunity to participate today at $750,000. Are we in or out? $770 I need now to keep you going there, folks. First call. Second time. Third, last chance in or outs. I'm certainly not going to leave it there, Fran. Treat the property with the respect it deserves on behalf of the seller now. At $770,000 now. At $770,000 to bid here, but on behalf of the vendor, just started the option to give you the opportunity to participate and buy here today, folks, at $770. Need another $20,000 rise to keep me going now, well away from the property's value. First call now at $770. Second time. Third, last chance. Again, I'm going to treat the property with the respect that it deserves, Fran. $790,000 on behalf of the vendor now. Be very clear at this point in time, folks, at $790,000. Property of this calibre in this location certainly deserves better than this. At $790,000. Happy to take a bid at $800 if you wish. Take a 10 for you to put yourself in front and give you the opportunity to discuss with our seller. In or out. First call now, otherwise I'm going to close the auction. Second time. Third, last chance in or outs. Well, I'm not even slightly confused about the value of the property, Fran. I'm going to lift the bidding on behalf of the seller to $810,000, and I'm going to close the auction. You need to be above that level. If you know of anybody interested in that property, then certainly contact either Kelly or Fran. Anything on the northern side of 810, we're happy to work alongside you. We'll be back to you with a result on our previous properties as soon as we can, folks. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. For those of you that have just joined us, a warm welcome to the EVES auction room. We've still got a couple of properties, one from our previous session and one from our 1 o'clock session still being negotiated. My name's Grant Child. My role is, as you have probably seen, is just facilitating proceedings here. Robin will look after all the technology in the auction room. The reason we have our negotiation team, the two Craigs, Karen and Vautier, is if we don't reach the owner's reserve price, we'll put a pause on the auction, give you that opportunity to keep discussing with our owners, and we'll see if we can help you here, buy the property here today. That's what we're here for, to try and help you folks. But just be clear, if I actually formally close an auction, anybody can come forward with an offer, and that does include conditional buyers as well. So, turning our attention now to the documentation for the next 4 properties. Your bidding basis we've provided you the buyers and sellers guide. They're available in the stand outside in the auction room. They've been around for about 12 years now. So let's go to the most important document, the contract of sale, being circulated in draft form. Again, finalised copies in the stand outside as you come in through the entrance into reception. Of course, if there's been any amendments to those drafts, I'll alert you to that prior to your bidding, but we've endeavoured to recirculate the finalised copies as much as possible. Just going to return to this section here, folks. You see it up there on the screen. I'm not going to go through that in its entirety either. I'm going to assume that you read, understood and accepted that portion of the contract as well. 2 important points though. Bidding today on the basis that on the fall of the hammer you will sign the contract. At the same time, just cough up a little bit of your hard-earned cash there. Just 10% of the purchase price is payable today, and of course the balance payable on settlement date. One other point I will cover off for you though is making things very clear with regard to vendor bidding. I'm the only one authorised to submit a bid on behalf of our vendors. I will disclose all vendor bids to you, and I will only use it if I've got one person bidding on the property or I'm too far away from the seller's reserve price. So if I'm holding a bid, when I disclose it to you, essentially what's happening is our vendors through me are saying to you, thanks but no thanks. If you wish to purchase our property, you will need to be above that. So again, if you're unsure as to who is holding the bid, I'm usually pretty clear throughout the bid sequence, but if you're unsure, just ask me and I'm more than happy to clarify that for you instantly. So question time now for those of you that are here, and I of course welcome our viewers watching via the live stream at this point in time as well. Don't worry about it folks, the camera's only on me and the screen. It's not on you for privacy reasons, but we do just to display our options right out over the World Wide Web so everybody can see them. That's the transparency of options. No questions, excellent. 1209 Cameron Road was scheduled for this particular session, folks. That property has been withdrawn from the auction today. A couple of little complications and things got in the way there with regard to the vendor, and we just like to make sure that things are tickety boo and squeaky clean. Sally Blockley's been marketing the property. She works out of our Lakes office. She will endeavour to contact everybody that's only withdrawn from auction. It hasn't been withdrawn from sale, still very much available, but just a couple of things that we need to pay attention to detail with the sale of that property. Contact Sally Blockley from our Lakes office and she'll update you on that. In the meantime, we press on to the first property up for our 2 o'clock session, 99 Vautier Avenue. Julianne Haskell from our Panama office being presenting this property here. Of course, Vautier Avenue being out there in that wonderful town of Te Puke. You've got an excellent proposition here for investors and or blended families as well. So the legal aspects of 99 Vautier Avenue, a freehold estate, 837 square metres of land, more or less. All described in Record of Title SA 1227 folio 66 in the South Auckland Registry Office. The channels, the Rinnai wall heater in the lounge, it does stay, but it is as is. No vendor warranties regarding the Rinnai wall heater in the lounge. 97 days, Julianne, is still our settlement date, correct? Obviously, the property's tenanted, so investors might be able to settle a little bit earlier. So if you want an immediate return on your investment, then settlement date is certainly negotiable on that one. Channels list, any difference there? No changes there. So the property itself, a nice 1950s Kiwi classic built to last for good bones. That's what you get back in the 50s there. There were some fantastic things came out of the 50s. Vautier was one of them and I was another one. Metal flooring, refurbished kitchen, new roof, new guttering, well, it's all been done for you, so you can just move in and enjoy. And then, of course, you've got the timber built home as well, approximately 5 years old, with that solid timber interior as well. So, great options with this property. Live in one, rent the other, perhaps rent them both out. All the options are yours. So you've got a combined appraised return of somewhere between $1,150 and $1,250 a week from the two properties there. A rental appraisal being done. So, and the other thing, of course, a property that's absolutely perfect for generational living. So, in your hands, buyers, who would like to start their way for this one? Suggest 1.2 would be a fair and reasonable start. Somebody get us underway at 1.2. Not a trick question. Obviously, a very compelling description I've given of the property there, Gordy.
Yeah.
So we start your way at 1.2. Your opportunity is here, folks. Here's your chance now. First call now for a start at 1.2. Second time. Third, last chance. Anyone else? Okay, I feel a little bit shy. I'll start it away for you then. I'll be a little bit at $1,200,000. We'll take $25,000 rises from there at $1,200,000. I know you haven't all come along just to see me, folks. At $1,200,000, looking for a 25 rise now. Make it 1.225. Here's your chance now. Just started the option to give you the opportunity to buy here today. 1.2, looking for a 25 rise. Make it 1.225 if you will. First call. Second time now at $1,200,000. Third, last opportunity. I'm not even confused about the value of this body. I'm happy to advance it on behalf of the seller at $1,225,000. Like I said, I've started the option to give you the opportunity to buy here today, folks. $1,225,000. Are we in or out? Need $250,000 to keep me moving along now. $1,225,000 it is. First call now, make it $250,000 if you will. Second call. Third. Last opportunity, giving them the right advice over there, Julianne. Happy to advance on behalf of the seller then at $1,250,000. It's with me. Be very clear, vendor bid at $1,250,000. Here's your chance now, folks. $1,250,000. If you want to buy, now's the time to bid. Make it $1,275,000. We'll give you the opportunity to continue discussing with our seller. First call now at $1,250,000. Be very clear, if I don't get a bid at this level, folks, I'm simply going to close the auction. Second call now, $1,250,000. Third, final chance. If I close the auction, folks, you'll be running the risk of going into one of those horrible multiple offers where you can't see your competition. Your chance is here. Final call. Auction's closed. I'll hand it back to you, Julianne. We've got some work to do on that one. Alright, back we go now for Hillcrest Road, folks. We've got an amended bid now for $1,320,000. $1,405,000. Just confirm that bid for me, please. And $1,405,000. Sir, at the back of the room there is the owner of the property. Just confirming your instructions are for me to sell the property. $1,405,000. Out it goes then in favour of the lady down here. $1,405,000 for the one of a bed. First call. Second time, 1,405. Make it 410 if you want the keys on settlement date. Third, last opportunity at $1,405,000. It goes. Right, moving straight on, 48 Kissimmee, close Daniel Dickinson from our Mount you are at Mount be marketing this property here. 48 Kissimmee close provides you beautiful views over the waterways and of course located in that nice quiet cul-de-sac. When we look at the legal aspects of it, it's a freehold estate, 640 square metres of land, more or less, all described in record title 668870. Now the channels, the security system is as is, whereas it's not functioning, and the silver fern on the fence does not stay. It's excluded from the sale. Any other changes to the channels list there, Daniel?
No changes.
No changes. Settlement date 20 working days from today's date, so no changes there as well. You've got the modern fixtures and fittings throughout. You've got the formal lounge in the property there. It extends your family living areas as well, and certainly that open plan living cascades out beautifully to that solar heated pool overlooking the waterways. So that's where you're going to spend the majority of your time, and of course the solar heated pool extends your swimming time both sides of summer. You've got the camper parking without electricity, water, and even your own private dump station there as well. So all connected into the sewer line for your camper van or your camper van or your caravan. So all I can suggest to you with a property like this, folks, life will be very hard to beat, particularly in this location with those lovely views over the waterways. Cash-wise, where would you like to start your way? Looking for an opening bid? Entirely up to you here in the room, folks. Got no registered phone bidders for this one. First call now for a start. Second, last chance in or out. No cash today here, Daniel, so I'll close the auction and hand it back to you, mate. But I'm sure you'll find a buyer for that property in no time. Indeed, it is a lovely home. Alright, lucky last one for our 2 o'clock session here today, folks. 40 Pacific Road Drive. Vince Huberger from our Panama office been presenting this one. And Vince, I think fair to say this property has just been absolutely beautifully presented, hasn't it? It's just absolutely stunning.
Easy to walk into. Yep.
Yeah, very much so, very much so. And of course, set among those immaculate gardens with a wonderful array of fruit trees for you to just keep your fruit bowl full all summer long there. The legal aspects of the property, well, it's pretty standard. It is a freehold estate, the best class of ownership you can buy in New Zealand, all described in record with title, let's say 66B folio 425, 636 square metres of land is your land holding, more or less. Now, just a quick reminder, folks, the garden ornaments and the pot plants, they are excluded from the sale, and also a reminder, an extra clause in the contract just disclosing that the vendors are related to one of our staff members of EVES Realty. So just that full disclosure there. 30 working days from today's date, Vince, so a bit of adjustment around that if you so require. Talk to Vince and he'll see if he can help you there. Any other changes to the channels list? No changes, so certainly you've got the 2 living areas that open to the sunny and private rear courtyards and garden for this property. It really does just make for lovely, comfortable living, and if you love sunshine, then this property is certainly going to accommodate that. You've got quiet living, perfect for those wishing to buy into a central Katmai location, just an easy walk. I think Pacific Cove is a very, it's like a little enclave, a very unique little size part of the subdivision there. Nice easy access into the Patmar town centre as well. The property itself been refurbished with a full paint job. You've got the new blinds and the new drapes, so everything's all done for you. And of course that sought after and popular Pacific Cove location is simply outstanding when it comes time to move to the next chapter of your life in years to come. But that'll be a long time away because you'll enjoy the comforts of this home here. So in your hands, buyers, 40 Pacific Cove Drive, we would like to say go for this one. If you don't buy this one, you're going to have to wait until that 2:30 session. That's 1.15. Somebody start me away, 1150. Surely, we're full of 7 Mexican way at that sort of level. $1,150,000 to get me started. Here's your chance, buyers. Come to buy, don't be shy. Alright, I'll get you underway then. 1150, a vendor bid now, just to give you that opportunity to buy here today, folks. 1150. It'll take a $20,000 rise to help you here. That's what we're here for today, folks. The time of reckoning has arrived. You want to buy it? That's what we're here for today. 1150, make it 1170 if you want the opportunity to participate in the auction and work with our seller here today. 1170 is where we need to be. First call now, second time. Third, last chance, are we in or out? Vince, I'm not going to leave it there. I'm going to advance on behalf of the seller then. 1170 at $1,170,000. I'll still take a $20,000 rise, folks, and nothing less at this juncture. If you're the one here for this property, you need to put your hand up, because if you want to buy it, then you need to let me know now, and I'm happy to work with you. 1170, chasing down the 20 rise now. Make it 1190 if you will. First call, second, last chance, in or out. Beanies here in this 2 o'clock session today, aren't we? 1170, we're going to advance it back again on behalf of our seller here. If you're confused about values, I'm certainly not. It's certainly worthy of better than that. 1190 on behalf of our owner now, be very clear. Vendor bid at $1,190,000. Take another 20 rise there, take it, make it 1210. We'll give you the opportunity to discuss with our seller at that sort of level. Quickly now, otherwise I'm going to advance it myself and I'll close the auction down immediately. First call now, second time, third, last chance if this is the one you're here for. If Pass the bid, Vince, on behalf of our seller now, $1,210,000. The auction is now closed. I know you've got some interest in the property, so I'll leave you to continue working with that. Property is now very much still available for sale. That concludes our 2 o'clock session. Don't run away, folks. We'll have an answer for you on Marine Parade shortly. Then we've got another 4 properties starting for you at 2:30 p.m. Alright, back we go, folks, to our 1 o'clock session. The 4th property up, 54B Marine Parade. We left the auction room at $1,650,000. Sir, can you just confirm you've amended your bid now at $1,800,000? At $1,800,000, Pat, you've got the owner on the market there. What are my instructions from here? We're on the market, we're selling away here at $1,800,000, even down here with our starter bidder here. $1,800,000, your opportunity is here. I'll call it 3 times. Once, twice, third, last chance it goes. Sold you, sir, $1,800,000. Congratulations to our seller watching via the live stream. We'll be back to you in about 11 minutes, folks, with another 4 great properties. A warm welcome to the EVES auction room here this afternoon. Just 4 properties to go, and certainly some great offerings for you. My name's Grant Child. My role is to simply facilitate proceedings here today, and of course we welcome the viewers watching via the live stream as well. We're going to look after all the technology in the auction room. We've also got the 2 Craigs, Karen and Gordon. If your bids don't take me to the owner's reserve price, I'll simply put a pause on the auction, and we will continue negotiations at that point in time. If you reach agreement, it will come back to me. The property will then be put up for sale and sold to the highest bidder. But if we don't reach agreement, folks, then be very aware anybody can come forward with an offer afterwards, and that does include conditional buyers. So turning our attention to the documentation, the buyers and sellers guide put out by the Real Estate Authority, been well and truly circulated over many years now. They are available in the stand outside of the auction room. They're co-located with the contract of sale that's been provided in draft form, and finalised copies also available in that stand outside of the room as well. I'm not going to go through that contract in its entirety by way of bidding today, folks. I'm going to assume that you've read, understood and accept that contract. If there's been any amendments to the draft copy, I'll alert you to that prior to your bidding. But at this point in time, I'll just revisit the conduct of auction on the front page there. That's what you see up here in blue. I'm only going to highlight 2 particular points there regarding the conduct of auction. The first one is, of course, if you are successful in purchasing the property, your requirements immediately on the completion of the auction is, of course, to sign the contract and pay your deposit equaling 10% of the purchase price. Of course, the balance is payable on settlement date. The only other thing I want to cover, folks, is vendor bidding. I'm the only one as the auctioneer authorised to bid on behalf of our seller. I will only do so if we are well below the vendor's reserve price, and if I've only got one person participating in the auction. I'll work with you to get you onto the negotiating platform and see if we can help you buy the property, and of course all vendor bids will be disclosed. So happy to answer any questions at this juncture before we move on to our first property for our 2:30 session here this afternoon. Questions? 5 McMillan Street is the property in question. Then first up in our 2:30 session, Colin Stewart Road from our Katikati office, doing a great job up there. Colin, I think fair to say, time for buyers to time warp themselves back to the 1920s and get a little bit of nostalgia as well. Certainly a great offering here, as you see there on the screen. Legal aspects of the property is a 27C folio 720. It is a freehold estate, and of course you are purchasing 1,100 square metres of land here at 5 McMillan Street. We do have an additional clause in the contract inserted on behalf of the vendor solicitor. All it is a trustee's liability clause, so nothing too onerous there. 45 days from today's date is the settlement date. Colin, any changes to the channels list? No changes there. Of course, you've got the extensive sunroom, the large deck as well there, and that really does, it captures full sun and overlooks the Waterford Park as well. So certainly a great option here for you, but to secure a property. Some vintage features have been retained, including the old meat safe still there as well. So, but it's certainly a home that's being modernised over time as well. But it really is all about prime location, bordering Waterford Park. Creates a huge sense of space around this property as well, complementing your 1,100 square metres. a short walk through the trees and in the park, and you are in the wonderful town centre of Katikati. So now I know, Colin, you've already got one, so that's been drawn up and sent off to a buyer. You've got two now. Two conditional offers already been drawn up, sent off to the buyers for signature for presentation to the vendors after the auction. So cash-wise, first opportunity now for an opening bid, but you need to be quick. Otherwise, I'm quite happy to just close the auction and move straight into phase 3, work with our conditional buyers. First call for a start, second time, third, final opportunity. Client and buyers are going to be delighted to hear from you because I've now formally closed the auction, and they're going to be happy to hear from you. And knowing the way you work, mate, I know that I'm probably going to get a tip. If I don't get a text message tomorrow, I'll certainly get one over the weekend. You were telling me that you've got the property under contract, so good luck with that one. Well done. Thanks, man. You're welcome. Right, moving straight along, 72 18th Avenue, Isaac Jacobs from our, where's Isaac from our back door office. He's been marketing this property. If you're looking for a nice section for the kids to play, then certainly look no further than 72 18th Avenue. It is a freehold estate, 809 square metres of land, provides that playground for the kids there, all described in record title SA 1042 folio 156 in the South Auckland Registry Office. 20 days from today's date is your settlement date, and there is an additional clause in the contract as the purchaser acknowledges that the small shed on the property beside the house might not comply with the Building Act and distance to the boundary requirements. Purchaser accepts this and will not raise any issue with the vendors regarding that shed, and there are no changes to the channels list that has been circulated in draft form. So the home itself all refreshed and ready to go. You've got 4 bedrooms, so the family will fit in very well indeed. The large lounge area with great views out over Fraser Cove and water peaks out through to the estuary as well is what's available from 72 18th Avenue. Now the vendors have put a lot of effort into this home, so you get to enjoy the fruits of their labour. So in your hands, buyers, who would like to start the auction away for this one? 72 18th Avenue is the auctioneer on here, only to deal with you here in the room, and that is the cash buyers. First call now for a start on 72 18th Avenue. Second time, third, final opportunity, are we in or out? Well, no cash here for this one here today. I formally closed the auction, hand it back to you, Isaac, and a little bit more work to do, but I know you've been talking to a number of people on the property, so I don't think that probably will last too long indeed. Right, moving straight along, folks. 68 Parkour Road, Nicholas Maloney from our Lakes office been presenting this property situated on that thoughtfully landscaped, flat and fenced, family-friendly site. Your family are definitely in for, I think, a step up in their lifestyle when they move into this property. Fair to say, Nicholas. The legal aspects of it, it's a freehold estate, 550 square metres of land, more or less, all described in record of title 815359. Now, the pot plants, they are excluded from the sale. They do not stay 35 working days from today's date or such other date as mutually agreed between both parties as your settlement date. Any other changes to the channels list there, Nicholas? No changes there. You've got that stunning Euro kitchen there with all the high-end must-haves from the stone bench tops to the eye-catching textured splashback as well. So, flanking the Tauranga Reserve, this peaceful and picturesque setting certainly provides the perfect antidote for the end of a busy workday for you to relax and enjoy. Easy commute in any direction to Rotorua one way, Kaimai is the next. Tauranga CBD not too far away. The retail mecca of Tauranga Crossing is just minutes away from your new home. In your hands, buyers, 68 Parkour Road, out at the Lakes. Who says go on this one? No registered phone bidders here. Entirely over to you here in the room. Who says go? And what's the quantum? First call now. Second time. Third, last chance for cash interest. That's all I'm here to deal with as the auctioneer. Obviously no cash today, Nicholas. I've closed the auction. What sort of buying power do we need for a property like this? I mean, it's a great location. How much do we need?
We'll be pricing the property at 1.33 million.
$1,330,000 buys the property today, folks. So certainly value for money there. Priced at 1.330. Talk to Nicholas out there from our Lakes office, and certainly happy to help you with that. I think I understand you know the location quite well there, Nicholas.
Yeah, I live 4 doors further down.
So there you go. There you go. Knows the neighbourhood well, and when Nicholas lives there, it's got to be a good location. So price now 1.33 million. Auction is now closed. Good luck with that one, Nicholas. Alright, lucky last one for the day, folks. 346A Mangatapu Road. Certainly an outstanding opportunity here. Marketed by Sam Witherston in our Mount Maunganui office. And when you think about this property, have a look there on the screen there. Those panoramic views out towards Tauranga City and beyond to the Kaimai Ranges as well. Just simply spectacular indeed. It is a freehold estate, 436 square metres of land, more or less is what's on offer. All described in record of title 323805. Now the range hood, it does stay, but it's not operational. Just confirming that, Sam. And there's an additional clause in the contract to just that clause 23 is just what they call a vendor not having been in occupation of the property, so it makes no warranties as to the serviceability of channels, fixtures and fittings. There was an original documentation circulated that stated clause 7.31 of the general terms did not apply. That is the incorrect clause number. It is 9.31. Be very clear, you are bidding on the basis of clause 9.31 does not pertain to vendor warranties for the serviceability of channels, fixtures and fittings due to the vendors having not been in occupation of the property. So 20 working days from today's date, Sam, any other changes to the channels list?
No, sir.
When I say 20 working days from today's date, I'm referring to the settlement date, so I've got a little bit ahead of myself there, talking about the channels list as well. So no changes as you see up there on the screen there, folks. Back to the property itself, you've got the open plan first floor living, so lovely and light and spacious as well, and co-located with the master bedroom, taking advantage of, I would suggest, priceless views from this property. That's one of the advantages of being on the Mangatapu Peninsula, is those beautiful views right up the harbour. So an ideal layout in this property, folks, for hosting guests or bringing the family together at those busy times of the day. You see evidence of that up there on the screen. Could easily be described, this property, as one of Tauranga's best kept secrets over a number of years. So 346A Mangatapu Road. If you're here to buy, now's your time to disclose your interest, and what sort of money would you like to put on the floor to start the bidding away? Who'd like to start the away?
900.
900, we're underway now. Appreciate your bid there, sir. $900,000. I'm starting to get a little bit of a milk complex in our 2:30 session here. At $900,000, I'm happy to work alongside everybody else at $20,000 rises from here. At 900,000, who takes me to 20 if you will. First call now. Second time. Third, last chance for you. On behalf of the seller then at 920, sir, making it 940 on your behalf on the nod there. 940, did we say there? Vendor bid at $920,000 and 40 we go. At 940. At $940,000 with my starter over here on the right hand side here. Entirely up to you here in the room today, folks, at 940. First call now, then at 20 rise to keep us going. Second time. Third, last opportunity. Like to go again on behalf of the vendor, sir, at $960,000. The bid's with me at 960. Make it 980. We'll pause and give you the opportunity to continue discussions at that juncture. At 980 we go. At $980,000, just the one at this point in time. Call it 3 times, otherwise we pause and give this gentleman the opportunity to keep discussions with our seller. 980 once, twice, third, last opportunity. Bids with you, sir, at $980,000. Great. Can you see if you can help the gentleman, please? All right, back we go straight to 346A Mangatapu Road to conclude today's activity. Sir, you've amended your bid now to $1,020,000. Just confirm that for me, please. At $1,020,000, sir. As the owner, you're instructing me to sell to this gentleman at $1,020,000. There being nobody else in the room other than you as the owner and you as the buyer, sir. I now property sold. Congratulations. $1,020,000. Congratulations, sir. You've sold the property. That concludes our auctions today. On behalf of the team at EVES, thank you, and we'll see you back again next week with another bunch of great properties indeed. See you then.